let's let's get this show on the road. Good morning, everyone. We're a little bit earlier than usual. It is a current balmy 6:59 a.m. I was trying to stall that sentence so I could maybe say 7 a.m., but that's simply not the way that it played out. There I go saying simply again. Also, just the complete wrong button. This is how you can tell it's early in the morning. I just woke up a little bit early today, which is a good thing for my work and a good thing for being able to play games. So let's hope that my fresh brain doesn't explode this pretty good run that we're having. I mean, the main things that I need to get in my thick skull is that the melee weapons just don't stun anymore. It's not a matter of the moons. That's just how they are. Um, and that's not my favorite thing to experience in life. Not at all. Um, it's like, I don't even know. I'm unsure which of these I should actually be taking. The launch is probably worth it, as much as I don't really think it is. Then, no drones. Okay. I always forget where I end up on. I also think that I missed my chance to see what a big first level. I think I missed my first chance to see the goodness, I forgot what I was gonna say because I got shook by the massive level. I seem to remember that in the most recent of the betas, um, do I have strength? Yeah, okay. In the most recent of the betas, that some of the extracts would go up to like 35k, which I didn't get to experience because it's hard to get that far, especially while alone. But I guess it's not confirmed that that's gone, but I read in the patch notes that there is it was really not clear on what the change was, but it said like more consistent extracts, like amount of money that it costs to do them, which is like okay, that's fine I guess, but I really wanted to see one of those stupid big extracts, and I hope that that is a thing that I'll be able to see. Although we'll probably just explode and die before then. Also, I think the game is being needlessly cruel with the objects that it's given me so far. The cube, whatever. The cube will stay intact, but the problem with the Vase is it takes up like 80% of my cart, and if I want it to not do that, I have to gently take it out. And now it's in the danger zone. It won't break anymore. Or it will break now, which it usually doesn't do in the cart. Cool. Now stay. I know you're on like a broom or something, but I trust that they will do what's right. That single vase. Oh, an ultimate weapon. It's level 5, so it's no longer ultimate weapon class. Still weapon, but it's like, uh, you're just a cheaper grenade. I have a grenade in my pocket that costs 3k, and you're 2.9k, so I don't... It's just a harder to use, very slightly cheaper grenade. It is a bit of a shame that they got nerfed into oblivion, but it kind of makes sense. I think that the devs, when they made 80% of the game, they didn't expect the players to have any bravado at all. And so a lot of the changes have been... Is that guy just gonna die? No. I feel like a lot of the changes have just been, oh crap, we didn't realize that all of our existence was so exploitable. Let's probably take some time to fix that. Which makes sense. Okay. Thank you, sound cues. The good part about playing alone is I hear basically everything. The bad part about playing alone is I get scared by the random sound effects that play. Which I really shouldn't. I think it's just... It's the intense noise playing, while I am unaware of the source or not. Because I know it's a new update, but I don't, like, I read through the patch notes all day. Because I was confused about something. There's one of those random sound effects that I was talking about. Um, and it says nothing about a new monster or anything like that. We've heard the new sound effect of the laser, and it's definitely not a lady screaming in the distance. That's not the sound of a laser. So, we're pretty safe as far as I'm aware from extra threats. My brain just decides to be scared anyway. Look at that, recharge. Apparently it goes faster if you... Yeah, if you're not moving, it goes even faster, but it still happens if you are moving, which is cool. That's... I feel as though that was a needed change, because I was kind of in the mind state of just never using the crouch recharge ever. But now since you can just kind of do it... Okay, looks like... Did a single bomber come through either door? Did they split up just to... just to walk through this? That very much feels like what happened. It also feels like a door broke, which isn't the case somehow. I'm sorry if you felt that. I have no idea if... I mean, I have a mic stand, so the sound shouldn't be transmitting that much, but I still have no clue. I just got a text. My phone is on my desk, and it's the very same desk that my microphone stand is attached to, so who knows? It might have sounded like, I don't know, the walls of Jericho falling down. That's it's maybe the stupidest thing to reference it to. Okay, all of these doors are open. I assume that they are banger fueled, but you just don't know. And I don't want to deal with it yet. If there is a true threat, they'll come to me. Also, epic shortcut. That actually kind of matters a lot. Oh, the ocarina. I wonder, can you take the shortcut back? Okay. I'm glad that I didn't start with the cup. But you definitely can. It also seems as though I missed a trophy, which is amateurish. But I guess I did come in from the other side. Why is it low value? It's at a very weird value for a piece of treasure that I've never seen before. That crouch didn't feel right, but whatever. Alright, cup. It's just you and me. Well, that's always the scary part, is when you force crouch and when you force uncrouch. Alright. The cup made it out. Let's go. This shortcut is also incredibly useful for evading most enemies. I don't know if the small ones have the AI to go down through it. Okay. I quite literally have to... Oh, there's the text sound again. If it does sound like Jericho, let me know. What was I gonna say? Yeah, there's a door on the normal path, so if I'm holding a fragile thing and I want to have my brain intact, then I need to go through the shortcut. Because it's not very... Why is there a single one? In the last beta patch, the bangers spawned in groups of 4. I wonder if they spawn in a group of 3 currently, and I just only saw the last one then? Doesn't make too much sense to me. But yeah, as I was trying to say, my epic gamer knowledge tells me that there's a door over here. Yeah, right there, that one. And I didn't want to deal with it while I had a diamond in my hand. Ooh, oh, fuck. It's so scary. Guys, all of a sudden I'm feeling awake. That was probably stupid, but it entertained me, okay? Okay, you know, you're not really worth anything. I wonder if that worked. Yeah, I like video games so much. Yeah. Okay. I like the sound of a random banger exploding in the distance because that means that I am safe. Okay. So, since we have a billion gnomes, And by a billion gnomes, I mean 2 gnomes that I am currently unaware of the location of. Which might as well be a billion gnomes. I'm just gonna do my extract. Because a single bag is so much easier to protect than an entire cart full of stuff. Especially when a lot of my stuff is very, very easy to break. Like, it's not a good feeling whenever you have a vase or a diamond or a cup and a gnome just walks up and bonks it once. Okay. Epic coffee break. Once again, I succeed in placing my bag. Okay, fine then. You win this time, door. That, like, I don't know, what do you call it, a violin sting? Yeah, that one, is very much, very, very much, did it just land, like, I have no clue where that pocket watch went. Oh, hey, the pocket watch. I like it when things work out that way. Oh, you know what? I was waking up earlier. I'm not on the first floor. That's why it's so massive. Do you guys think I finally woke up yet? Oh, man. Sometimes the worst part about being on stream is you're a complete idiot and you can do nothing to stop it from being documented. Nothing at all. This room feels like mostly nothing. We do know that we have gnomes and bangers, so we should only have like 2 other enemies around, but I have no clue what they are. Maybe we have 2 hordes of bangers. I could believe that happening. It also sounds like we have an extract to our right, which, cool if true. And because I know it's true in my heart of hearts, I'm gonna leave my bag here. Because the enemies, I don't think it's hard-coded, but they really are not the biggest fan of going into the extract rooms, especially deep in for no reason at all. They usually have to like see you from far away or aggro. And the gnomes, in particular, like destroying stuff right in front of your face. It's like they're doing it to taunt you, not just because they hate valuables. So, my bag should be safer there, randomly alone, than with me. That's the way that I understand this video game. And it will also guarantee that our last extract is going to be nice and easy. Oh, okay, well that will also guarantee that our last extract will be nice and easy. I hope that this isn't the rest of our value for the thing. I mean, the chances that I get this to the extract without hurting it at all as a single man with no drones, close to none. Close to none. Very close to none. It's just, like, I gotta stop every 3 seconds to make sure it doesn't fall over, and my entire screen is just box. So if any enemies that don't make sound show up, I'm just over. Like, we have no clue what our tier 3 is, and a robe would demolish me in an instant. This is also definitely gonna hurt the box because I'm a one-man team, but whatever. 17, that works. I think as a one-man team, that's about as good as you get. And I didn't die from it, which is another positive. You get rotated, bitch. Oh, do you also want to get rotated? Oh yeah. It just feels powerful. Something intrinsically strong with grabbing a little creature, spinning it above a pit, and getting rid of it for forever. It just feels right. I bet our ancestors felt great tearing a little rat apart. Oh, challenge me! Whoa! Why did you get stunned? I have no clue how melee works. I have no clue how melee works at all. I'm actually just winging it. I just hit everything with my sledgehammer, and sometimes it works out good, and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe they just made the Reaper the ultimate killing machine, and it's now standing alone at the top as the strongest thing in existence. Or maybe because we have yet to hit a Reaper with our sledgehammer, the Reapers do get stunned by it, and it's just the clowns that got nerfed into oblivion. Even though the clown definitely didn't need a nerf. It kind of does feel like they just nerfed the clown and the huntsman, though. And the headman. Reaper is the only stronger one, because Reaper shares the name with the entire video game. They are, they are God's favorite child. And everybody else just has to deal with that fact. Having this crystal in me, not the crystal, the orb, the headman orb, knowing that we almost definitely have an entire horde of gnomes afoot. What the hell was that? Did I like let go of click for an instant and wasn't paying attention? I almost just slam dunked my orb into oblivion, which would have been kind of funny, but I usually like understanding things when they happen instead of just being here. Also, apparently, the stun grenade got, I guess you can't call it a direct buff. You really can't. But you can hurt enemies by jumping on them now. So the stun grenade has the added benefit of you can jump on things. So you stun enemies, and then you jump on them. And it does damage. I saw a funny YouTube man destroy a huntsman in, like, I think all it took was 3 speed upgrades and the power of jumping, which is incredible, because apparently if you slide into a huntsman with speed upgrades, you'll just break his kneecaps, which is great. I'm happy that they added a useful mechanic for the speed upgrades in this video game, because as far as I was aware, they were mostly useless. Although maybe that's why the Reaper always kills me. Oh, it's impossible to know. I'm so glad that the gnomes are loud. I'm decently scared of them this entire time, but I can't let it bother me, because I'm the funny YouTube man. I need to get the funny clips. Oh. Goblet, you are a trooper. Everybody needs to go sub to that Goblet's OnlyFans, and now they deserve it. They're a hero. I don't know if I've ever seen that room before. It's kind of, I feel like I have the same exact mentality with this game, Isaac and Gungeon, where I play them in excessive amount high. And so anytime that there's an update or new content drops for the next like 5 months, I just sit here going, I think this thing is old. I think this thing is new. And I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing that I grow out of. I don't know. I don't know if I'll get better. It kind of feels like a curse. Okay, if we get this box in, it's not going to be safe. Okay. Sounds about right. What if we do that? Yeah. Yeah. So the problem is entirely within the fact that our orb is in there. Which is fine, I guess. Well, this is a tough problem. Yeah, nobody cares about you. Orb, move. There. Yes. And the reason that we throw the trophy out is because the trophy is the most durable. You still don't want to hurt things for no reason, but the trophy is more durable than most things in the cart, and it's pretty low value. So, thus it is first on the chopping block if we ever need to hurt something. Which does kind of... You have to come to the realization that your valuables will get hurt in this game, no matter how much you want to do it. Like, if anybody's been a consistent watcher of this, which I don't know, I see one viewer, so maybe. If anybody's been a consistent watcher of this, then you know that I essentially try to full clear every single level, not as like a compulsion. I think it just makes it more interesting, and then I get more shop money. But I get kind of unreasonably mad in my own head whenever the first little bit of thing takes damage. That's why I was upset about that other random trophy being damaged, because I was just like, I played perfect game. I did everything you asked, and this random thing, like I guess maybe the gnomes just walked by and hit it once, but that kind of goes against all of the logic that I understand about the gnomes. But it was still like in its spawn spot. It doesn't really make sense for the gnomes to just hit something randomly. That would be actually the funniest thing ever if I got back to my other bag and it was at like 1. Imagine we got to the other money bag and it was a single digit number. That would be maybe the funniest thing in the universe. Get your ass over here. Do the gnomes spawn in 2s now? No. Coincidence. That means that there is another. Yeah. You know what you deserve. Try and escape from me. that was him breaking my grip. You can tell because my camera went violently because I wasn't in charge of the control, so I didn't move the camera in a way that was pleasant. He decided when his demise was. I just spun really fast. Okay, it's this way. We do have a headman, but since Sledgy stuns him, you know, maybe it's just like who has good footing. Maybe they just decided that headman has no feet and huntsman is not that good at walking, and so they get stunned easier. Maybe that's all the reason it is. Because the ones that we've noticed getting stunned or getting not stunned have been Clown and Reaper. So that would kind of make sense. Okay, looks like I did that right. Love it when the setup helps. Cool. I don't really care about that value being hurt. The animal box is kind of forfeit, you know? It's hard to explain, but if you don't have any drones at all, it's kind of just a lost cause to get the animal box anywhere. It just simply is not a wise guy idea. I was totally expecting to turn the corner and, well, you know, that's solid proof that our bangers spawn in 3s now, which is funny. I don't know why I felt the compulsion to solve that problem that way, but it was kind of cool. You don't know where I am. Oh, he totally knows where I am. What the hell? Did I hit the Windows button? Hello. Come on. That was kind of scams, I feel. I feel that was kind of scams, I feel. To be fair, I did choose combat rather than the option that's not combat that I simply can't remember the name of right now. That's a joke, by the way. It's called pacifism. That's a sad way for the run to go. I think we've just learned that Sledgy is unreliable in these days, which is sad, to say the least. God, I miss you, Sledgy. The glory days are over. Nobody will ever understand the bond that we had, because it's gone. My friendship ended with Sledgy. Shotgun is my new best friend. And you know the worst part of it? We have it on film that I didn't take the shotgun last run, despite having the money and seeing the shotgun and going, ooh, shotgun, I kind of like my sledgehammer more. So that's That's something that I'll have to live with the guilt of for the rest of my entire life. But this game's pretty fun. Come on, yeah. These little vases are maybe the worst item. They're just the cups, but less value. And they're bigger, so they're harder to get out of places. I don't know why I shut up there. I'm allowed to talk. He scares me. Also, I saw the little shadow puffs, so our other enemy is Shadow Child. So this is an entirely skill-based level. There's no RNG. I just need to take my time. Which is essentially a guarantee. Because this is level 1, so it's now that the huntsman is on the other side of that door, we don't have to deal with him for a while. So, call that easy peasy. Pocket watch. Okay. I I didn't think he opened the door. Sometimes the runs end fast. Me when I go, this is skill based. This is a skill game. All I'm saying is that's not going in the edit. That is not going in the edit. Not at all. Man. I try not to show it, but I really missed that level 5 run. I thought that I would be able to choose combat. That's my biggest weakness in this entire video game, is that I can't get it out of my head that sometimes you need to be stealthy. And I'll do it like once a stream, once every 5 hours of gameplay. And then I'm like, wow, stealth works pretty good. And then I never use it again, ever. And then I die, and then I die. I explode and I die. You go to hell, you die. I need to stop watching South Park. Okay. Oh, that would have been so funny if I talked about South Park and about how I shouldn't consume it. And then I went, okay. That would have, would have been a pretty funny bit, I think. I should pen that into my schedule next stream. That sounds like a good, profitable idea. Okay. What the hell is this room? Oh, fuck you. We got double hidden spawn. You know, should I just go attack it with the child? There's probably another one right over there. I don't really care about this item at all. Oh. He turned around. This one's just gonna be, like, not fun, I think. Because there's no pits, and our only other enemy is gnomes. So the hidden doesn't really do anything. But the hidden sure is gonna take up a lot of time. Why can't I grab him? He like walked through me, and I was holding down the mouse click the entire time, and he just like did nothing. Oh, hi hidden, are you gonna get me again? I don't know if this one is worth it. I might just like reset because this isn't fun. I don't know. Cause it's just the hidden's gonna waste my time. Yeah, you like can't grab him when he's running away from you. That's so weird. I don't get it. Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna reset. Because that's just... Sure I could've. Sure I could've. That's just not really fun, though. In single player, because it's because I'm the only player that can be annoyed, so just none of the tasks would be fulfilled ever. I don't want to walk to my cart for half an hour and then be taken away from my cart for half an hour. I'd rather have a huntsman shoot me. Yo! And we get the museum. It really is just like gambling. And I'm only happy when I get the museum. It's the only positive response. I don't maybe it's just like turbo autism, but I said response, and in my mind got teleported back to Portal 2 when you do the thing with the like broken not good turret, and the robot voice goes template, and then the good robot goes hello, and then the robot goes response, and the bad robot goes hi buddy. Just that's where my mind was for all but an instant. Whole basketball. That's how we play it these days. Square balls, hole in the ground. It's a lot harder. Okay. Um Quest number 1. Martini. This is the most expensive martini I've ever seen in my life. And that's not even just a joke about the 5,000 price tag and a regular martini. I think also that this is the most expensive item martini that I've ever gotten. I hope that if it fails like it does last time, and we simply get to simply, and we get to keep the 5K. Or I can just be epic and do it. Oh yeah. I could be a bartender. That's all I'm saying. I think it's just the random sound effect noises bothering me thing, but the lasers just draw my attention drastically. And they always activate like behind a wall. It's never, oh, the laser, it's right in front of you and it turned on. No. It's always behind a wall. You know, I've always hated basketball. That's a lie. I just, in this one instant, I feel a lot of emotions towards it. Okay. That's a pretty funny bit of art. I don't know if I've seen that one before because it takes such a big wall. I guess we have to check this, even though I don't want to. It's just right. It's just the thing to do. And I get to drink coffee, so added benefit. Oh yeah. The nothing vent is always the nothing vent and will never be anything other than the nothing. Did you see that? That was some physics stuff, if for sure. That kind of felt like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2 when you're just taped to the floor. Yeah, and I guess that's not even really what I mean. Hi, Headman. What do I do about this situation? I don't know. Yeah, I have just about zero options for combat. I guess we're in the current understanding that the headman is easier to knock down than other ones, but I'm kind of just hoping that he doesn't see me, because that would be convenient. It would also be convenient if he left the entire room. He 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 he. Yeah, I have no clue where he is. Yeah. I'm being puppy guarded. Come on, don't go that way. This would be a great time for the time god Grayson to use his magical powers to fuck off. Uh, I would like that quite a bit. That's all I'm saying. Okay. We probably gain nothing. Yeah, he went down a direct straight path that we also have to go down. So this might turn out good, it might turn out bad. And I'm really, 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 really scared. Okay. Time God Grayson, did you use your magical powers? I think Time God Grayson used his magical powers. Either that or he's in this very next room. But I think Time God Grayson used his... No, he's just right there. He's just chilling. Okay. He's taken the day off from being a time god. Ugh. And for some reason that makes him twice as scary. Dude, the bartender was living it up back here. Okay, hi. I hate being stealthy. I hate being stealthy. Video games aren't fun when you have to wait. Okay. Gimme. I'm so used to having more range. The range upgrade is a blessing. That was on purpose, I swear. I totally meant to hurt the little car guy. Number 1 on my to-do list was... Oh, number 3 on my to-do list was to hurt the meatballs. They really gotta stop being annoying when I'm in the middle of a bit. It's so hard to keep the funnies coming when the spooky monster is right on my tail. It also seems like Grayson just attacked my cart, which maybe was an accident because I was standing next to it, but that felt needless to see my gumball machine just hucked to the side haphazardly. That was also maybe the first time that I've evaded Grayson in a, like, on purpose in a long time. Usually Grayson is just a death sentence for me, as seen earlier this stream. I believe I said it last stream where I feel him and the Reaper are just the toughest foes. I just have no clue how to deal with them consistently. It's like, yeah, if I have a shotgun in my hands, sure. But otherwise, it's just, you have to you have to choose stealth, and I hate that. I'd rather die. Come on. It's weird shaped, so it refuses to get in the cart. Yeah. Okay. I'm I'm still thinking about that bomber. Did I jump on something and it made a noise? No. I'm still thinking about that bomber from earlier that I dragged into the Shadow Realm and bashed around until he exploded. That was maybe the most gruesome kill I've ever done on anything in this game. Just pure violence and nothing that anybody can do about it on the other side. Because I think that as long as you do it fast enough, or not even that, if you hit a banger once, like if a banger takes damage, I think they're fuse lights, which is just really good. That's bang up news. Yeah, so Time God Grayson just decided to not bother us on our way back, as he does. I really have no clue what's up with that guy. It just seems like Grayson does whatever he wants. Yeah. I wonder why my character did that. Both my hands were entirely off my keyboard and mouse, and they still are. Because who needs to move? Hi, duck. Even if Grayson sees me, it'll be too late. He's slow. Please? No. I totally would have gotten chomped if I didn't move. I totally would have gotten chomped. I was trying to play chicken so hard. Okay, once again our shop sucks. And we just have to deal with it. The funny YouTube man that I watched said that the landmines were better now because of the thing where you can jump on enemies. So I'm gonna trust funny YouTube man and prioritize. Oh man, this shop is so bad. Yeah, buckets. I think I like combat too much to not grab any and all weapons that I consider decent enough. Okay. Shockwave grenade has been outscaled by the rest of the game, and I'm sorry about that fact. A small one? No. Not allowed. Okay. Trap Zap is useless, essentially. I genuinely can't think of a single situation where the Trap Zap is useful. Like, maybe if I was on later levels and there were pits spawning, because it does stun an enemy for a while, but it stuns an enemy for a while in a way that you can't really interact with. So, it's... because the hurt box on the enemy also is a hurt box for you. So it's like, you can't do jump strats So you would have to be able to like grab them and drag them into something, which is uh, beyond my abilities for most enemies at the moment. Is like a huntsman I could probably do. That's about it. So we're probably gonna explode and die pretty soon. But hey, it's it's all about the thrill of combat, isn't it? I wish we got the museum again. I know it's desperate, but it's the new content. I need it so bad. I need new content or I'll explode and die. We really haven't seen most of the museum because we die pretty fast. And then on top of that, we don't get the museum often, which is probably influenced by some of the dying fast. Uh, but what sucks is a lot of these levels have the most interesting tiles late game. So since we keep on dying, we are not seeing any of the cool super rare tiles that are to die for. And that's a travesty. Bam. No! That's such a scam. I deserved that. I think the sideways fridge is my least favorite headman manor. A receptacle for my garbage that's worth money. I thought I heard a rugrat. We haven't seen a rugrat on film on my channel yet. That's just not a thing that's happened. Which probably means that it's gonna happen because I'm scared of it now. Um, but luckily the rugrat is very killable with garbage. Like our globe that we have sitting there in the cart is probably enough to kill a rugrat if it shows up. But the the worst part is having to calm myself down because no matter how much I play this game, it still kind of scares me for some reason. Oh my goodness! Talk about the worst thing ever. Talk about the worst thing ever. I don't know, man. What do you do about that? It's just, I was just thinking like, it'll be nice and simple. I'll destroy the spewer and get a little bit extra money. And then freaking John Repo, they self shows up and is like, "Hey, do you want to die?" I think that my globe got obliterated. Oh no, it's right there. And it's still decent value. Okay. Theoretically, we could kill the spewer with that. I need to hide back here so that the spewer escapes out that door, which is also in my path, and then I'll grab my orb as I'm running after it and beat his ass because the spewer only runs for so long. That's my headcanon. That's my plan. It'll happen because literally anything to not deal with the Reaper right now. Of course, my plan at the end of the day is to get the Reaper with the landmine, but even then, that's only so reliable. Come on, you fuck. No, it has more stamina than me. Oh, but not much. Yes. Yes. Oh. I think we lost the orb. I think that we definitely lost the orb. And that sucks. But we felt glorious, glorious combat. I hate life. I hate life. Please? Oh, my darling. I don't know how to make noise. Please? You. I just... I hate the Reaper so much. I hate the Reaper so much. Yeah, come at me. I know you want me. I know you want me. Please? Why? Is it just, is it designed to not walk onto the landmine? It's because this is also, this is kind of the only spot that this would work in, because if the Reaper is in angry mode, then it will hit the landmine instead of stepping on it. And since there's a wall right here, if it hits the landmine, it'll still get exploded, but that's just not happening. That sucks. That sucks. Where the hell am I? I just, I got caught up in this whole ritual combat thing. Okay. Reaper's mortal enemy. Where the heck are you? Angry doll versus angry doll. Okay, that died so fast. Please? I tried to jump on him. This is... Why don't you die? Yeah. Come at me, you fiend. You deserve the end of your life. What the hell? I got out of it scot-free. Dude, they nerfed combat so bad. Like, maybe I'm just terrible at the game, but like, dude, the Reaper is God's blessed child. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with it in any meaningful way. The fact that it almost survived that landmine on top of everything else is just, it's ridiculous. Give me a break. And the worst part of it all is now that I've wasted about 15 years fighting that Reaper, the Spewer is almost definitely alive again, and we currently don't have a single way of killing it. The Ocarina might do, but I don't think it will. You need a higher class thing for that. The Frog probably will. The Frog is a valid weapon. I think the Ocarina is just too small. Oh, the Monkey would definitely do it. Okay. We have our Spewer deterrent. Because the good part about the Monkey is just that it's big. Look at my little reticle when I go into the map and I'm looking at something that I can hold. You'd think that they would fix that. That feels like a really easy bug to notice and not put in the game. But I guess that's why people like me are hired as playtesters, and by hired as playtesters, I mean I was given the video game by a friend and I played that. I don't know why I'm acting like there's gonna be a big spooky Reaper. Okay. Classic strats, nice and easy. Okay. I'm gonna bet that our extraction point is off of this room. I haven't heard any of the beeps, but I don't think that it beeps unless you are currently not experiencing extract, which we are experiencing, yeah. So that vase is going to be nice and easy breezy, and we are going to probably just quick explore this and then piss off. And if there's anything big, it gets left in here. Okay. We'll come back for it. I don't see the reason to waste our valuable time. I don't know why I'm so scared of the Reaper. Like, we are on level 2. The respawn times are about as massive as they can be. We're definitely gonna notice our Spewer before we notice our Reaper, because they're both about as loud and in your face. Okay, that's nice. That's less nice. I'm sad about the way that that went. Oh, I'm crying. Actually crying in the club right now. Why is there's so many small things in this one room? they they really love doing that. Um Dude, there's a million small things. Gimme. That radio is in a bitch ass spot. I think that we will leave our cart here for a little bit and take the radio on a journey. And if the radio starts speaking in tongues at me, I'm gonna I'm gonna leave its ass because I don't want to deal with the consequences of noise right now. And it'll calm itself down. I don't even I'm not 100% sure what even makes an object start doing its thing. I know that there are certain ones that decide to act. And the radio is one of them. I've only seen it a couple times, but there's a grandfather clock that's just it's I feel like through no reason on purpose, it's just a quite rare item and it can turn on and it just sounds like a gosh dang old big grandfather clock and I hate it and I'm glad that it doesn't show up often because I'm sure that that draws in every enemy ever and I'm glad that they fixed it, but back in the days when noise would spawn enemies, I'm sure the grandfather clock just spelled your doom. It's oh, monkey hat. I'm sure that it just spelled fear in the lives of any and all. Oh wait, I actually, as funny as the monkey hat is, I shouldn't do that because the monkey is my main weapon. Did I really open this and then not look in it and not see the bracelet? That's strange. Weird behavior from past me. I'm gonna look at that on film and be like, oh, I kind of get it now. That feels like a thing that's gonna happen. It kind of goes contrary to my calm morning vibes that I've been putting forth on stream. For the extract to just go burn, 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 burn. It's like a foghorn. I also realize that all of my combat items are missing all of a sudden. I get that. Hopefully I'm just built differently. It does kind of just feel like a mistake to not have left the monkey out. Because killing the spewer is a purely good thing. It only benefits us because it's really easy and he emits money. I guess the radio could do it. The radio is just a unwieldy beast at one strength. It's usually the best weapons are ones that you can move around properly. Because if you're sitting there with your weapon going like, I don't know how to hit it, then you're not gonna be doing anything at all. How that bottle fit in there, I have no clue. Actually zero. Okay, please don't Reaper spew me. Thank you. It's really kind of the game when it's nice like that. Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Radio. Bam, bam. It kind of feels like a... Maybe it's just because my mom watched a lot of the shows, but it kind of feels like a Criminal Minds or like CSI. Anytime that I am walking around in the mansion and like checking every single corner with my flashlight. Because that's a thing that they made a really big show of doing in like every single climax, was breaking into some sort of building and then holding their guns and flashlights very intensely. Okay. With the position that I'm in, it kind of feels like both the Reaper and the Spewer are gonna spawn right in front of me. Like, in my headcanon, both of them just spawned right at the car. Oh, yeah. Would you look at that? That's so crazy how life works that way. uh, sometimes you voice your biggest fear and it only feels like it makes it more common in life. Um, because the fact that this room that we're in isn't just a completely straight hallway, and it's a Reaper of all things. Like, if it's a clown or a trudge, you can get past them to an extent, but Reaper is just like it's my one chance if they get angry at me is to just like run before they start swinging. That's the only thing. That is the one thing that you can do. Otherwise, just stealth better. Okay. Thank you, Reaper, for being kind to me. I hope that I never see you again in my entire life. I hate playing stealth in video games, and piss off. I wonder if it's any content at all to just see me 2 levels in a row hiding around like a coward. It feels like it's nothing. Maybe that's just me though. Maybe other people maybe other people like watching me just suffer. Okay. We we understand the limitations of the gun better. I think it is still necessary to have a weapon of some sort. And for some reason that I've refused to disclose, we're out of weapon at the moment. So, this feels like a pretty important thing to take care of. Yummy yummy $5 strength upgrade. $5 strength upgrade. Who wants it? And yes, I'm giving it away. I love quoting memes from what is that 2018? I don't give a rat's ass about Fortnite. Fortnite could explode and I'd figure out a month later and be like, "Oh, okay." um I think the double jump, if you remember that you have it, is like the best ability ever, and tumble launch, if you remember you have it, is also really really good. So I'm just gonna bank on future me, and hope and pray. All I can do is try. All I can do is try. I'm getting nervous. I'm so nervous I'm biting my hand like Eren Yeager, hoping that I turn into a Titan and don't have to deal with any of my problems ever again. Sometimes you say something and you know it's gonna be nerdy coming out of your face, and then you get halfway through and you're like, oh, holy god, what am I saying? I think that was one of those. I think that was one of those. I'm still biting my hand like Eren Yeager, though. That part's a fact that I can't erase. I hope we get something that... I hope we get enemies that are susceptible to gun. If it gives me, like, gnomes and bangers and the Reaper, I gotta tell you, that would be my least favorite combo. I want Peeper, Hidden, and Huntsman. That's my dream combo. Those are the numbers that would make me happy, because all of those would be very susceptible to gun. Oh, they also, in the updates, they made the gun, like every gun, handle the exact same no matter the position that your strength is in, which is, I think that's a good proper buff, but I'm not used to it because I've played a billion hours of this game. After yesterday's stream, I checked, we crossed 90, so essentially a billion. So I have a lot of hours trying to like correct my aim in different ways, you know? So just having the guns work feels foreign. Yes, I see that monster crate. Yes, I'm conflicted about the monster crate. I want to deal with my other problems first, okay? The game always gives a solo guy like me the monster crate. Why can't it be a piano? That would be so much cooler. Oh yeah, I have the double jump. That makes this entire thing easier. Except there's nothing. Okay. Cart, you piss off. This is gonna be a trek. Because we have way less strength now. So this is essentially just gonna be box pushing simulator. because I can't really move it with my taser ray, with my Phaz blaster. Should I start calling my little gravity tether a Phaz blaster? I think that would be funny. I think that would rake in the views if I started calling it my Phaz blaster. Because everybody that likes Repo is just a Five Nights at Freddy's fan in disguise. I know you. You're just waiting for your next hit. Secret of the Mimic wasn't enough. Well, I'll let you on a little secret. It wasn't enough for me either. Was that not the sound of a gnome? Did that door just break fantastically? I mean, the door that would let in a gnome is closed currently, so I think that was just, I think it was, I think it was the overlapping sounds of, oh, I went too far. I didn't, dearie me, I didn't think that was an option. I think it was the sounds of the bubbling cauldron on top of the door breaking. I think that's what I mistook as gnome. That is a powerful cloak. It's so strong it won't budge an inch, even with this gigantic box. Although, I guess I'm still the one putting the force in. The box is just easier to move this way, I guess. The power of my legs outweighs the power of my arm. If you can even call it an arm. I still think that it's probably more of a Phaser blaster. Or, sorry, a Phaz blaster. I can't even do my own joke good. Okay, that's enough. We've done enough for that. Oh, yes! Come on! Okay, so lesson learned, if the peeper has his eyes on you, if the peeper has his eye on you, then the gun will miss. That's important knowledge that can easily be fixed by the pull of a right stick. I don't know. I keep on hearing noises and they keep on scaring me. I'm happy that one of my dreamed ones is here. Also, this is Clown on like level 3. No, level 2. Level 3. Level 3. This is Clown on level 3, so it's still a god-slaying armament. Although I guess the Sledgy kind of lost that title. Okay. Are you an extract? No. Okay. That orb is probably not going all the way back. That orb is almost definitely going to the next one. That was a clown hat for a moment. Although I get the clown is already wearing a hat. Well, but nothing is stopping you from putting on a second hat after you have one hat on. Oh. I see an open door on the map. I'm terrified. Okay. They probably opened it and then did their patented teleport move. As has been well documented. That's really curious that door was just open. The game loves throwing its curveballs at you. I wonder if it just, like, has door ghosts to make you scared. Because the thing is, since it is all physics engine, you can't really ever fully dismiss it just being physics jank. Like, of just a hitbox on an enemy being weird on a door. Like, that is always an option. So it's hard to know for sure, but it feels sometimes like there are invisible creatures that just go around and move the doors to scare you. I'm not saying that that's a thing, I'm saying that's a feeling. Because some people have like 2 objects fall off of a shelf in front of them and go, "This place is haunted." I think maybe it's just like restaurant superstition, but every single restaurant that I worked at, all of them, there was always at least 2 people who would say shit like that, and they'd be like, "Oh, dude, this Taco Bell is haunted," and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, really?" And they're like, "Yeah, I swear." It's just like, okay, maybe show me a ghost on footage that is undeniably undeniably something being moved ridiculously, then maybe I'll believe you. But at the moment, all I have is a random person saying that ghosts are real. Which is interesting, because it's like, of course, working in those places, I've also had moments where shit just like falls off of a counter. But the thing is, it's almost always just that the last person in charge of it did a shit job of placing it back. Like, it's impossible to tell from beyond, but almost all the times that I had something fall off, it was when I worked like directly after one of my employees that I was like, I really don't like working after this guy. They don't do their job enough. So I wonder if anybody has gotten misconstrued and thought that bad coworkers was something to do with spirits. Because I'm not even trying to say that like they do exist or don't exist. I'm trying to say that it seems like a thing in restaurants to... That was a trudge. I saw a little bit of his mallet, and then he turned around. And it really pisses me off. Like, there's nothing worse than being in charge. I just want to see if he gets stunned by it. Yeah, okay. There's nothing worse than being in charge of somebody who simply refuses facts and reasoning. It's hard to pinpoint exactly, but it's just harder to communicate, because if my mind is on one of my coworkers probably did a not too good job, and your mind is there's a spooky ghost afoot, then we're not gonna get anything done. Like, there's no conversation to be had there. There's just annoyance and not getting each other, which is for some reason the biggest problem of anything management, is just trying to make communication happen at all. You'll walk up to somebody's face, give a clear bullet point list of every single thing, and then they'll come back to you 10 minutes later and be like, what do I do about this thing? Which is just like, I see, you weren't trained properly. Not to turn the sitting into just complaining about jobs, but I definitely have plenty of stories, just because people both on the customer side and the employee side can be quite memorable at moments. And I'm really happy every day that I'm not working a service job like that. I mean, I kind of am, but I don't get yelled at anymore. So yay. That's easily the biggest positive. Okay, we still haven't even done our first extract. It hasn't been important yet. Yes, I know there's a trudge. I don't want my cart to get caught on the door. And also, Trudge is loud, so yeah, he's loud exactly like that. Although, I actually can't tell. That might have been random noise, it might have been Trudge. In my heart and soul, it sounded like Trudge, but it was far enough away that I couldn't get a clear idea of it. And unless Trudge uses his teleportation magic, I don't think that we'll be seeing him for a while. We do have this issue afoot, but everybody's done one of these before, right? Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, that's not what I planned to do, but it worked out, so nobody can get mad at me, because if anything, that worked better than my plan. I wanted to keep it horizontal, but that didn't happen. I guess it got caught on the lip that's usually there, but I have no idea the particulars. No idea. Have we seen our tier 2? We almost definitely have a tier 2, and I definitely haven't seen them. Unless I'm just like making something up. Okay. I don't know what I do about the Trudge in this scenario. Because the trudge can still totally look up. Oh, yeah, I'm so happy that that happened. Okay. You think he's being nice to me? You think he walked to the right? I think they made the trudge faster. It feels like he's getting a move on. Yeah, look at that. Bro went. I'm not complaining about it because it worked genuinely in my favor at this moment, but I'm not gonna pretend to understand it. Yeah. Maybe the potion was made to be hurt. Okay, plot twist, I got caught on it. Okay, trudge should not be an issue, and I'm not really gonna be upset if Peeper shows their ugly face, because I'm just gonna shoot it. Okay, hi. What even is our next... we have a cube that we're gonna go get. Okay, that cube is gonna be a hassle. But we have to do it for the love of the game. Unless there's a trudge standing right in front of it, and then I'll turn around. But, that excuse didn't work. I don't know why I sometimes pretend like I'm not really happy to be playing games and talking over it. Because sometimes I'll be a bit into a stream and I'll just be like, huh, I need to convince these people that I'm not having a good time right now. Which sometimes, to be fair, I am having not a good time, because some games are hard to like 100% of the time. But Repo I have a pretty good time on, and I have no idea why I act like any of it is uncool, because all of the difficult to move around pieces are just, yay, this is a new toy to play with. It's a bunch of little puzzles in my puzzle box. That's kind of funny that the cube took damage there. I cannot tell a lie. Okay. I'm glad that I didn't run into the trudge. Jumping on doors is very loud, I guess. Okay. This also kind of feels like they're gonna teleport the trudge right in front of me. I think it's just a thing that the game likes to do, of if there's enough space between you and the truck. Yeah. If there's enough space between you and the truck, then it really likes to just put the big scary monsters right there. I mean, look at that. It's both of them right on top of each other in the room right before the truck. Like, I know what you're going for, game. I see you. What the hell? There's no way that gets me. Yeah, why did he do that? What the hell? What the hell? Okay, I thank you for getting a bigger hitbox the second time. What was that? I literally didn't move. Is that a peeper? No, that's just ceiling fixture. Yeah, so what happened there? I swear I didn't move at all. And yet the trudge, who also didn't move at all, did the same move, also saw me crouching underneath an obstacle, which like he can do, but I've never seen him do it like that. That's just a lot of stuff happened there that I'm confused about. Oh yay, a bad weapon. Yeah, there's nothing. Oh, and there's nothing over here as well. Me when my shop is full of garbage. Okay, give me a 50. Like, is there even enough stuff here worth spending money on, I wonder? No. That trudge is pissing me off. I'm baby raging. I'm baby raging. I'm baby raging so much. It's the type of baby rage that you only see in films. Does baby rage get portrayed in film? I have no idea. That's not something that's on my radar. It's like, I don't care about these upgrades. I don't care. I guess I'm just gonna buy the cheap ones. Okay. Looks like 7 is the ones after the 6. And for some reason, I can't throw yellow. It's just, it's... My bloodline wasn't made to do it. Oh, okay. That's exactly as much as we're allowed to spend. I probably should have, like, bought more health, or, like, a tool or something, or maybe an energy crystal, but whatever. I don't... I think that shop was just kind of big doo-doo. I think that shop was kind of big doo-doo. The kind of doo-doo you only see in films. Oh, I tried to reach for more coffee and there was none. Sometimes you feel pain. Sometimes it's unavoidable in life. Okay. I think this is it for me. We don't really need the speed upgrade. Maybe we do need the speed upgrade. You know what? Screw my preconceptions. We eat the speed upgrade. I like a clean, empty cart. Truck. I like my cart nice and full. Cart actually needs to be, like, thick as fuck. That would be really cool if the game gave me the museum more. I know I say it every single time, but it's just, I want it. You know, at least this tile is pretty cool. I think that this, of the Headman Manor tiles, this is a tile that I like a lot. Also nice. I didn't even notice until it was already inside the receptacle. Dude. Holy shit. Dude, he's chilling. Dude. Oh, I wish I could get a selfie. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, I'm in love with you. I want to get... Yeah. Or, wait, we need good lighting. No. It's so hard. Yeah. Okay. Now that I've wasted everybody's time getting a thumbnail. Because it's important to do that when the game just gives you insane spawns. The big map. This is when I think I envy people who have friends to play this game with the most. It's just because I know that I'm gonna be sitting here going through these rooms for like 3 times as long as as your average party squad would. But whatever. I'm in it for the grind. You wouldn't play the game if you weren't having fun. Well, I guess, you know, some people play League of Legends. Spoilers for the one person in chat, but I'm gonna be streaming with somebody who plays League soonish. That's on the plans. We've gotten a yes from everybody involved. All that matters is I need to schedule the darned thing. So there's gonna be a League streamer on my stream. That's gonna be a first. I don't... The fans might rebel after this one. I'm not gonna tell anybody who it is, but... It might be obvious to those with eyes. This is... I feel kind of bad. I genuinely really like the guy. I'm just... Easy pickings, I guess. Oh, that door is open. You... It's so funny turning a corner and just seeing the duck. Because all of the other enemies, you turn the corner and see them, and it's like, oh, that was kind of unfair. And it's like, oh, this is a big threat in front of me. But the fucking duck, you know, that damage felt a lot more fair than the Ocarina damage. But yeah, the duck is just completely unthreatening. So, or at least by itself, it is. So it's great to freaking just see it, because it usually doesn't see you either, and then just walks away in a random direction, which is pretty good. It's a top tier thing for ducks to do. Okay. We go this way. Oh, this room is massive. Okay. No spooky enemies as far as I can tell. That would be funny if our big enemy is a huntsman and they spawned up top. That would be cool. This is a fun room for that to happen. Yo, frog. I'm so happy that they buffed the frog value. I have no idea why they did, but it's it's just a good thing. It's a good thing for everybody involved. Oh yeah. Yo, 420. Kind of. I I wonder if it's possible for an item to get to 420 because everything is like percentage based. All of the damage to all of the items it happens on not set intervals but predictable intervals. So you could probably figure out if something could hit 420 or not. I think that would be a... Oh, okay, I fucking looked wrong. You know the thing I said about an enemy spawning up top? I'm gonna fucking pop a cap in your ass. Oh, he just eats those. Die. I really need to learn how to not choose combat, but also it was really funny how I heard the aggro sound and I had a 50-50 on where to look and I was wrong. Uh, man. It's just, I think the hard part to come to terms with the gun is it does a lot of knockback. So anything that it doesn't stun, it still kind of looks like it's gonna stun. Like my 80 hours of training in different versions of this game are screaming that ugh, are screaming that they get stunned, and that's just oh dude, this isn't happening. Oh wait, that's it's something like that. Anybody with keen ears can tell what I was trying to go for there. This piano is not making it down in one piece. I don't even know if it's gonna make it to an extract. Our only option is to just like push it off and hope. Well, we're gonna have to push it off and hope again. Okay. Hi, piano. Oh, I see you've already lost 15k. That's so convenient and cool and handsome of you. I hope that you survived the fall. Oh. Come on. I know you wanna. I know you wanna. Yeah, okay, good luck down there. We'll see how that turned out. I didn't even hear a bonk. That's how far it fell. Did I hear footsteps? Footsteps wouldn't really make any sense. It's also a oh my goodness, we need the cart. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking about that piano. Oh no. Sometimes your sixth sense just screams that your orb is gonna be demolished soon. We should. I wish there was a way to like bury it. I think that we have a few too many large objects. Please, the orb is so much more important than the clown. Okay. This is better. Okay. Cart is a little bit better organized. Our most valuable thing is concretely safe in there. And then the rest of these little shits are small, so I'm probably just gonna throw the radio down. I don't really think it's gonna be worth walking all the way back up here for something that's worth 2k. In fact, yeah, let's actually just how did that not take damage? But let's speedrun getting rid of this thing. It's gonna go the path of the piano. It's just, and you know, it might hit the piano down there and break it. It's so ominous how you can't hear it hit the bottom. It's like, I know that it's not a bottomless pit. That's a factoid that I'm aware of. And yet, and yet, and how. That's what we call a speedrun strat in the business. I'm so curious about that piano, man. It's probably eviscerated. Maybe it's down to single digits. How that's so strange how there's not a piano down here. Yeah. Oh, it turned into dust. Something about the descent. It just it turned into ash on the way down. What can you say? What can you say? How am I still missing something? Oh shit. Oh, you know what happened? The piano probably bounced into the hole because it's a bigger object and it had zero chance of getting caught like that. Because if the radio is as safe and sound as it is, then like the piano totally should have at least been alive. I don't know about safe and sound, but if it didn't fall in the pit, we should have seen it, is what I'm trying to say, because it doesn't hold any extra abilities to take damage over the radio. They both should hurt similar amounts. And if anything, the piano had more health to spare. No, that's the sound of a duck. Why was that the sound of a lot of ducks? Is our tier 3 a... No, our tier 3 is headman. The duck was just being loud, I guess. Oh. Yeah, you need to frick off. I know that he'll be back, but... Okay, thank you, radio. I'm glad that you did that to me. That was probably about as, like, close to me as the banger could have been without hurting. I know that there's still one of them. Unless they were both skinned the same and the one that I threw away before exploded, but I didn't hear an explosion. I'm still thinking about that piano. It got turned into dust. The journey to life changes the self. Or maybe the journey to death also changes the self. You know, both of those can probably be pretty real and accurate. Yes, I know that there's the spooky knife doll. I don't care. That is my strict opinion on it. Is, who gives a darn? Dude. All of these doors are entirely open. There's been like 3 things just wandering through this area. That's terrifying. I also have my Repo third sense is tingling and saying that that one of our extracts is over this way, which I would totally drop off my bag there. Some people might think that the bag thing I do is a strat, but no, I assure you, chat. It's exclusively because the bag has weird collision in the cart and makes it handle worse. It's not... I disguise it as a strat, as if it's a smart thing to do. But no, it's personal preference, muhahaha. Also, if this is an extract, then I'm gonna bring the knife doll over to it. But that's only if. Let's go. I don't know if I'm ever gonna stop thinking about that piano. Just the way that it went so quietly. You tossed it down, you couldn't hear a sound of it hitting the floor, and by the time you made it down there to check, not a single trace of it remained. It's almost poetic. It's like if my heart wasn't shattering into a million pieces, I would be happy about the variation in life of our pianos. But no, I care too much. I care too much. Goblet. Oh, let's go. I totally thought the goblet was going to take damage there. Like 100%. Maybe even 1,000. Extract. Yeah. There you go. Thank you, bag. I'm glad that I don't have to deal with you anymore. Because it is a chore. And now we hope that there's no spooky enemies over this way. Would you look at that? I mean, even if there was a spooky enemy in it, the knife doll can help. I don't know if it would solve any problems, but it can help. It also, maybe it's just playing single player without any extra noise happening, but I don't remember it rattling so intensely. It's just making more noise than I'm used to. Okay, goodbye. That did so much damage to it. Okay. Off we trot. That's the motto of my scouts group that only I am in. Oh, you. You know what? You fit in the cart better than. Ow. Why is it always loud? They can never give us an item that's just simple. I saw that. There's 3 of these. Why would they change the number so much? Oh, and my epic plan just didn't work. That banger decided to not explode, so my plan just... Okay. Fuck. I don't know if there's anything I could have done in that situation differently. I guess maybe just look before I moved? I don't know. That kind of just felt like I was not properly aware of my situation. But, yeah. I don't have time for a whole nother one, so we're calling it there. Thank you for showing up. I'll probably play Repo again. Maybe. I think it's pretty fun. It doesn't really do that well for content, but I have a good time playing it, so it'll probably be back. But yeah, goodbye.